What can a young person do if they feel like racism or discrimination is affecting their mental health?
That's a very big one, and that's a huge struggle for a lot of people. Yes, racism is affecting people's mental health. You've got to talk to somebody. If you're a young person and you feel really strongly impacted by what's going on around you, it's important you talk to somebody. And that's where Black therapists will probably be the best people to talk to, because once you get this feeling of racism against you, you may not, and it's not true for all. And I have worked with so many amazing people, white therapists. It's not that they cannot do the work. It's more that we come to the table feeling they won't understand us. So that's why we find it maybe difficult to go to a white therapist or a Caucasian therapist, or a therapist that doesn't understand where we're coming from. So if you're struggling with racism, if racism, microaggression, if your environment isn't conducive, speak to somebody so that you can put things in place to support your mental health. Nobody needs to suffer. But if you don't know what to do, then the suffering continues. So as a young person, don't accept it as, well, this is how things happen. This is what happens. I'm in Ireland. What do I expect? No, it's not on, but it has to start from you. And I want you to be the person to make that difference. That it's not about saying to the Caucasian person or the people around you that, no, it's more like, I respect myself enough that I will not entertain this kind of behavior. And once you begin to respect yourself and hold yourself up, and people respect you. So I want us to come from that space that it's not acceptable for anyone to be suffering at all because of the color of their skin, or because they're a woman, or because of their sexuality. It doesn't matter what the discrimination is. It's not on. Speak to somebody, get the support you need. Just step away from that. Well, that's the way it is. No, that's not the way it is. We can make a difference, but it will start from you.
Would you have any recommendations on how to deal with imposter syndrome as a young person from a minority ethnic background?
Yeah, imposter syndrome. It's geniuses thinking that they're not good enough. That's what imposter syndrome is. And for each and every one of us, trying to do something, trying to make a difference, there's a time that you will be in bed and be like, oh my God, if only they knew. At that point where you hear that I'm not good enough, that's when you say to yourself, take a deep breath and say to yourself, I'm making a difference. That's all I want to do. And the only way is for you to first convince yourself, because when it comes to imposter syndrome, nobody but you sees it. Nobody hears it. These words that you're saying to yourself, you're saying it to yourself in your bed, or, you stand in front of people just as you're about to speak. You're like, oh my God, what do they think about me? No, they don't know these things that's going on inside of you. When you begin to doubt yourself, take a moment, take a few deep breaths, and remind yourself why you started this journey, whatever that journey is. And if you can back yourself up, you'll be good to go.